Welcome all. So we shall continue with our topic biological classification. So here we shall consider the characteristics of five kingdoms. Right? So this table, it shows the characteristics of five kingdoms. So the first column, it indicates characters. So these are the various characters. The first one is cell type, second one cell wall, next nuclear membrane, body organization, nutrition and examples. Then the remaining columns, they indicate the five kingdoms. The first is the Monera, then next is Protista, then there is Mycota, Plantae and Animalia. So we shall consider the first character, that is cell type. So cell type in case of Monera, right? So here Monera, the common example of this is bacteria, right? So the bacterial cell, it is called prokaryote. It is called prokaryote because it has a false nucleus. In case of Protista, the cell type is eukaryote. So it is called eukaryote because here you find a true nucleus. Similarly in Mycota, it is eukaryote. In Plantae, it is eukaryote. In Animalia, it is eukaryote. Means from Monera to Animalia, right? Sorry, not Monera. From Protista to Animalia, the cells are eukaryotes because all of these, they have a true nucleus. Means the nucleus is having a nuclear membrane. Then the second character is cell wall. So cell wall, as I told you in the previous video, right? It may be non-cellulosic or cellulosic. So here in case of Monera, that is bacterial cells, the cell wall is non-cellulosic, right? Whereas in Protista, so cell wall is present in some Protista, not all. So here, if it is present, it is cellulosic, means it is made up of cellulose. In case of Mycota, the cell wall is non-cellulosic. Whereas in Plantae, that is in plant cells, the cell wall is cellulosic. Whereas in case of Animalia, cell wall is absent. So cell wall is absent in all animal cells. Then the next character is nuclear membrane. So nuclear membrane, it is absent in Monera, right? So in bacterial cells, there is no nuclear membrane. That's why we call it as prokaryote. But if you consider the other kingdoms or other groups, all of these, they have nuclear membrane. So nuclear membrane is present in Protista, it is present in Mycota, it is present in Plantae, it is present in Animalia. Since nuclear membrane is present in all these groups, all of these, they are called eukaryotes. Then body organization. So here body organization in case of Monera is cellular. That means here the body is made up of cells, right? Single cells. So all bacteria, they are unicellular, means their body is made up of a single cell. That's why we say the body organization is cellular. In case of Protista, that is unicellular eukaryotes, here also the body organization is cellular, means body is made up of single cells. Now for example in Euglena is unicellular, body is made up of single cell. That's why body organization is called cellular. Whereas in remaining three groups, that is in Mycota, Plantae and Animalia, body organization is multicellular, right? Means body is made up of many cells. So these cells, these many cells which are present here, right? They may be grouped to form tissues. Tissues may be grouped to form organs. Organs may be grouped to form organ systems, right? So in all multicellular organisms, right? In all multicellular organisms, you may find many cells which are grouped to form tissues. Tissues may form organs, organs they form organ systems. Then coming to the nutrition. So here nutrition, it means the food. So nutrition may be classified into two categories, right? It is autotrophic nutrition or heterotrophic nutrition. The meaning of autotrophic. So autotrophic means these organisms, they can synthesize their own food. Means they can prepare their own food or they can manufacture their own food. Such organisms are said to have autotrophic nutrition. Right? They exhibit autotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic. Now here such organisms, they cannot synthesize or they cannot prepare or they cannot manufacture their own food. So how they survive? They survive by depending on other organisms, right? So such organisms, they are called heterotrophic and the nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition, right? So here in autotrophic, they synthesize their own food. In heterotrophic, they depend on other organisms. Autotrophic nutrition, it may be further classified as photosynthetic or chemosynthetic. Photosynthetic, here photo indicates sunlight. So in case of photosynthetic nutrition, the organisms synthesize their own food in the presence of sunlight. Right? That's why it is called photosynthetic. They synthesize food in the presence of sunlight. Whereas if you consider chemosynthetic, here chemo indicates certain biomolecules or chemical substances, right? So these are involved in the synthesis of food. That's why it is called chemosynthetic. So autotrophic nutrition is classified as photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. Heterotrophic nutrition, it is further classified into different types. So one is saprophytic nutrition, right? Then you find holozoic nutrition and another one is parasitic nutrition or parasitic mode of nutrition. So the first one, that is saprophytic. So what do you mean by this saprophytic nutrition? So here a particular organism depends on dead organisms or dead organic matter. So when an organism obtains food or nutrition from dead organisms, then we call it as saprophytic nutrition. Then second one is holozoic nutrition. So holozoic, it means food is taken inside the body and it is digested inside the body, right? So a organism takes the food inside its body where it is broken down or digested. Then we call it as holozoic nutrition. Then the third one is parasitic nutrition. So here parasitic means a particular organism depends on another living organism, right? So one living organism depends on another living organism. Then we call this as parasitic. So these are the three categories of heterotrophic nutrition. So first one is saprophytic, holozoic, and the last one parasitic. So coming to the different kingdoms, so based on nutrition or with respect to nutrition, Monera, that is bacteria, they may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Means they may exhibit autotrophic mode of nutrition or they may exhibit heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So some bacteria are autotrophic, means they have chlorophyll and they can synthesize their own food. Now for example, nostoc, right? So nostoc is one example of autotrophic bacteria. Then there are some bacteria which depend on other living organisms, right? So they are called heterotrophic bacteria. So one example is Salmonella. So Salmonella is a bacterium which exhibits heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Means it depends on other living organisms. In case of Protista, right? So in case of Protista, the nutrition may be either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Autotrophic mode of nutrition may be exhibited by euglena, right? So euglena has chloroplast and it can synthesize its food. It is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Then heterotrophic. Now for example, amoeba. Amoeba depends on other microorganisms or other living organisms. So amoeba exhibits heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Then coming to the third group or third kingdom, that is mycota. So mycota, that is fungi. All fungi, they exhibit heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Means all fungi, they depend on other organisms. Right? Fungi cannot synthesize their food. They have to depend on other living organisms. So the mode of nutrition here is heterotrophic. Then coming to the fourth kingdom, that is plantae. So what type of nutrition is exhibited by plants? So all plants synthesize their food by photosynthesis. So all plants exhibit a type of nutrition that is called autotrophic nutrition. Then if you consider animals, right? So kingdom Animalia, it includes all animals. So all animals exhibit what type of nutrition? So animals cannot synthesize their food in their body. So animals depend on other living organisms. So animals exhibit heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Then next we shall consider the examples of different groups or different kingdoms. So in case of Monera, the best example are different types of bacteria. Singular bacterium, many bacteria. Then in case of Protista, right, that is unicellular eukaryotes. So unicellular means body is made of single cell. Eukaryotes means they have a true nucleus. So Protista, its example, common example is euglena, right? Then mycota, that is all fungi. So one common example of singular fungus, plural fungi. So one fungus is yeast, right? So yeast is the very common example of mycota or fungi. Then plants. So you all know different types of plants. So they all can be considered as examples of plantae. So one example I have taken here is maize, right? So maize plant can be taken as an example of plantae. And Animalia, all animals are the examples of kingdom Animalia. So one example I have taken is man. So man is the example of Animalia. So these are the various characteristics or features exhibited by all these kingdoms, right? So from the examination point of view, right, you may expect certain questions here. So 1 mark questions like give one example of kingdom Monera, 1 mark question. So you can write the answer as bacteria, or you may expect give one example of kingdom Mycota. So you can write yeast. So like that you can expect 1 mark questions, or you may expect a 2, 3 or 5 mark questions, right? So write the characteristics of kingdom Monera. So if it is asked as a 5 mark question, then what you have to write? You have to write any 5 characters, right? So you have to write cell type, prokaryote, cell wall, non-cellulosic, nuclear membrane absent, body organization cellular, nutrition, auto or heterotrophic, example bacteria. So if you write these characters for a 5 mark question, you will get full 5 marks. So like that you may expect any 1, 2, 3 or 5 mark questions based on characteristics of 5 kingdoms. So I hope the characteristics of these 5 kingdoms are very much clear to you, right? So like this you may expect questions based on Protista. Write the characteristics of kingdom Protista. So these characters you have to write. Or you may expect a question, write the characteristics of kingdom Mycota. So these characters you have to write. Or characteristics of Plantae, or characteristics of Animalia. So like that you may expect any question based on characteristics of 5 kingdoms. So with this, we shall conclude today's video. So we shall continue in the next video. Thank you.